And welcome back to Biz Asia America. I'm Michelle McCory at the NASDAQ market site in Times Square, New York. Online retailer Amazon released its fourth quarter earnings after the bell. Sales were higher, but profit fell and it missed estimates. Still, the stock is surging after hours, reaching an all-time high right now. It is up almost 9%. Mark New is joining us live from San Francisco with the very latest. Mark.
Michelle, Amazon quarterly earnings fell well short of Wall Street's expectations, but as you mentioned, shares are still soaring. The big reason is that operating income increased 56% to $405 million in the fourth quarter, compared with $260 million a year earlier. Amazon lives and dies by razor-thin margins, so improving margins are a very positive sign. Amazon has been making a big push to speed up delivery of its products. And as a result, those extra costs had previously been growing faster than revenue over the past several years. Amazon has always raised eyebrows by selling its Kindle devices virtually at cost. But Bruce Cohen is a partner with the global strategy and consulting firm Kurt Salmon. He says Amazon's approach has created a positive disruption within the entire retail and consumer products industry.
If I can get you that product there because it's satisfying your need, we then have a relationship in which you know and can depend on me to get you those goods quickly. So to just focus on shipping and isolate that, just like looking at Kindle, really again misses the broader point of what Amazon is trying to do, which is engage and create a long-term and broad relationship with its consumers.
And that relationship leads to purchases of more products and more services. Cohen says in one boardroom, people may be looking at Amazon as a competitor to Apple, Google, and eBay, and in another boardroom, a competitor to Walmart, Target, or local retailers. Just goes to show that Amazon's competitors are pretty much unlimited. But in Silicon Valley and San Francisco, one area that companies are finding to be limited is the talent pool. That's why many industry leaders are pushing hard for special visas that will allow foreign talent to stay in the U.S. Tech companies such as Google, IBM, and Intel have all thrown their weight behind a bill that seeks to make 55,000 visas specially available for foreign students graduating with degrees in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. It's called the STEM Job Act, and it recently passed through the U.S. House of Representatives. KRISHNA NITIN is working on his master's degree in computer science at San Jose State University. He says foreign students sacrifice much to come to the U.S. He hopes for a better chance to work here someday.
It will definitely be nice if the period is increased or if more opportunities are given for a foreign student.
John Pearson is the director of the Bechtel International Center, which provides immigration services to the international community at Stanford University. He warns potential STEM visa students not to get their hopes up too high. The bill would have to pass through the U.S. Senate, but Democrats have refused to take it up, claiming the measure would take away visas from another program, one called the Diversity Lottery.
It's not increasing the total number of green cards. It's just moving them around.
Pearson says politicians are also concerned about filling STEM jobs with foreign students instead of homegrown talent.
How does the U.S. economy take advantage of international students in STEM fields, but also provide training and educational opportunities for U.S. students so they can fill the shortage?
In fact, Stanford just conducted a study that found since 1984, nearly 44% of its graduate students came from outside the United States. About 15% of them stayed right here in the San Francisco Bay Area, busily contributing to this region's technology-based economy.
The foreign students will have more opportunities to work for those, especially for those startups who don't have the ability to sponsor the H-1Bs. Those companies also need some talents too.
With the bill going nowhere in the Senate, analysts believe the issue will eventually become part of a larger immigration bill, one that also takes on the hotly debated issue of undocumented workers. And on February 5th, a dozen entrepreneurs will head to Washington to talk with members of Congress. Their goal will be to convince members that new visa rules are needed to bring in the kind of talent to keep their companies growing. Michelle.
Thanks very much, Mark. Mark New, live for us from California.